This is Steve Beverly asking for your help. WLJT Channel 11, West Tennessee's home for educational and quality TV since 1968, needs your financial support. We don't sell commercials. Instead, we rely on donations from viewers. Channel 11 is the most local station in all of West Tennessee, bringing you local shows about events, happenings, and issues important to West Tennessee. It's really easy to donate. Go to westtnpbs.org. It's quick, easy, and secure. Donate today and show your support for local, educational, and quality television. Channel 11 needs your support today.
The sound of Tennessee comes to life with fiddles, banjos, and community spirit. Hello, I'm Peter Knoll. On this edition of Tennessee is Talking, the topic is the 47th Annual Bluegrass Festival. From its roots on the Tennessee River to its growing reputation across the country, we'll explore how this festival honors bluegrass music and unites the community. So let the conversation begin.
We are rolling. Confirm record. Can we get a mic check? Check, check. Stand by camera 2. Take 2. Stand by announcer in 3, 2.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
Thanks for joining the discussion here on Tennessee is Talking. I am Peter Knoll, and today we're celebrating a musical tradition that runs deep in the heart of Hardin County, the Savannah Bluegrass Festival. And it's more than just music, it's a gathering of culture, heritage, and Southern hospitality. Joining us is the founder of the Bluegrass Festival, Wayne Geralds, and Frida Ash. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Let's start by, how did this festival begin in Savannah?
Oh, this about 47 years ago. I ran a music store in Savannah, and Wayne Whitten is working there for me. And we got talking about having a fiddling contest. That's a pretty big thing in Tennessee, all over, of course. And I'd won several championships in the fiddling contest. And so we printed up our posters, and I took them down to Mississippi and passed them out at Bluegrass Festival. And they said, no, we don't get in a contest. And I got thinking, well, I can see why. So, contest, somebody has to lose. That so many people have their feelings hurt. I come back and I told Wayne Whitten, I said, we're going to tear that poster up and start one with the Bluegrass Festival where everybody feels good about their performance, and get applause, and they all feel like they would have won, we all. So that's the way it kind of started, and we made new posters and passed them out and started the Bluegrass Festival, and it was like to rained it out, but people really showed interest in it. And the city of Savannah, they thought, well, what is this? It's drawing so many people. And they come and talk to me about having it on the 4th of July. I don't remember the date. It was probably August when we was having it. I said, okay, that'd be fine. So we started on the 4th of July, and it's been that way up till now.
And when is it happening this year? The dates of this year's
It'll
festival?
be the 11th and 12th of July.
Yeah.
It'll be
Okay.
the second weekend
Okay, so after the second weekend in July.
in July. Yes.
Okay. And it's 2 days, and where does it take place? Where in Savannah should people go?
On Friday night, it's just as you cross the river bridge. If you're coming east on 64, you look to your right, and it's Wayne Geralds River Park. And
But there's no sign. They've taken the sign down for all the construction going
Sure.
on. So
building a hotel there.
Yeah. Yes.
just see the new hotel, and you'll
Turn
you'll
right
know where
there
to
at the
turn.
hotel. Yeah, we're just behind the hotel
Yeah.
there. So that's where it'll be on Friday night. Saturday, uptown at Savannah Market, right across from the courthouse.
Okay, sort of that
Yes.
open market area. Very nice facilities. How has it changed over the years? Because I think at one time it was on the river.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's on the river on Friday night, and but I don't remember who it was. Someone that's there at the city hall asked us if they wanted to get several people coming uptown, ask us if we'd come uptown on one of the occasions.
Sure.
And we did on Saturday, and it got more people into uptown Savannah, maybe visit some of the merchants and whatever, but it was kind of what they wanted. So that's, and I hate to give it up down on the river, so we'd have it there on Friday night and uptown on Saturday.
And the whole riverfront is just blowing up. I mean, it's
is.
just really growing in Savannah.
It
It
is.
is. But when we moved it on Saturday up there, we had it on Court Square,
Okay.
and it was really hot. There's no trees. It was
Well,
hot.
we're not far from the Court Square now, right
Right.
across the road, but we have a pavilion there
Yeah.
and overhead fans, and it was much more
It's better.
comfortable.
How did you pick July as the time frame to have it?
I don't know. I guess the 4th was what they mentioned at City Hall, and so they just thought it'd be a good time to build it around the 4th.
It's hard to find good dates to have events because there's so much going on in West
Yeah.
Tennessee, and especially in the music world, there's festivals going on all the time.
Well, that's kind of
Right.
one reason that I was really on board when they mentioned maybe the second week in July instead of first. They had more help there to the city, wasn't hardly as busy. But I was thinking about the one at Smithville. They have a great contest there, and the whole town just closes down for it. It's so much. So it's on the 4th of July weekend. So this is the week after, and we can use that as advertisement up there, and we get several people, I feel like, that will come that wouldn't otherwise.
And who's coming this year to the Savannah Bluegrass Festival? Who's performing this year?
Oh,
Okay,
you tell us about that.
On
Freya.
Friday night, we have, it starts at 4 o'clock on Friday night, and you have the Hilltop Bluegrass, the Mallards of Mayhem, the Hope Family, Cowgirl Up. Do you want to say something about Cowgirl Up? They're from Muscle
They're
Shoals.
high energy band. They're from Muscle Shoals. Their parents were in the business, and of course they're gone now. When we first started, their parents was coming perform, and now it's the children. But they really get things going, and you'll enjoy them.
And then you have State Line Strings. They're a new and upcoming group. And this will be their first time in Savannah to play.
Okay.
Scotty Bogus and Boone Creek. It's been there a long time. Scotty was just a young boy when he started, and of course I was much younger too.
And Scotty's our cousin. He's my first cousin, but Wayne got him on with Bill Monroe. He plays a good banjo. All right, and then the guest is the Bank Chefs, and they're an upcoming new group. You want to say anything about them?
Well, they've really rate high in the popularity of bluegrass. They'll be on at 7:30 till 8:30. That's
And-
on Friday night down on the river.
Then Mr. Gerald's comes on at 8:30.
Yeah, old man Gerald's is on.
Now, the fiddle you've been playing the fiddle since you were how old?
16.
16. And you self-taught, right?
Yes, that's about right. I'd try to be around good musicians. It's kind of like picking up a language, Whatever you around, you're going to pick it up. So
What drew you to bluegrass music?
Well, of course, I guess the fiddle, but that was kind of where we grew up. It was more the country and bluegrass, and mountain music.
Mountain music,
So it just wound up with Bill Monroe kind of being the star of the show and records, bluegrass records. So that's a fiddle was getting more attention than the other instruments. And that's,
A
yes,
lot of
and I
people
wanted to
consider
be in
Bill
the center.
Monroe, who you knew and played with, the father of bluegrass
Right.
music. I consider you the father of bluegrass music for West Tennessee.
That's kind.
How did you hook up with Bill Monroe? How did you meet him?
Well, I was playing with a group out of Nashville. It was, in Alabama. They were mixed up. Warrior River boys, so we'd go to festivals in Florida and all around playing, and Mr. Monroe would be there with his group. And we was there one day in Jemison, Alabama, and him and his fiddle player had some short words on the stage, and the fiddle player left off, and so he had to hire some more fiddle players, and somehow they didn't stay with him, and let's see, Buddy Spicer was one of the Nashville top fiddlers, and he plays with, what's her name, Loretta's sister, Loretta Lynn's sister, Crystal Gale.
Crystal Gale.
He was
You
fiddle
got
player
it.
with her, but he was sitting in with Bill Monroe, and Bill was wanting somebody to play with him that take his place, and so I got an audition and passed the audition, and he got to calling me to come to Nashville and play. He called me. Well, I had a phone, but no cell phone then, and I was out of town tuning pianos, and the whole week gone by, and I said, well, he's not going to call me Saturday evening, and the secretary stayed there, and she called me in the night. Mr. Monroe's been trying to get a hold of you all week. Where you been? And finally, he come to the phone and same words, where you been? Said, you want to play with me tomorrow night? I said, yeah. I was hoping that school or something wouldn't be so dangerous of me of messing up. But anyhow, he said, we'll be at the Grand Ole Opry tomorrow night. Come and get into Union and meet me at the back door, which I did, and rest is history of my part.
Can I go backwards and give you Saturday night's lineup?
Yes,
Would that
yes,
be okay?
please do, yes.
Because he's excited about the 6:30 show. But we start at 11:30, and it will be at the Savannah Market. And Jeff Long and the Old Time String Band, they're from over here in Jackson. You want to say something about him?
Yeah, Jeff is a dedicated musician. He's a retired school teacher, but they play about every week somewhere around, and of course he'll be there. He's got his own band, and there's
Crosswinds and Joe Garrett and Hatchie Bottom Boys and Rudy Moore, Good Times at Grass, Courthouse Pickers, then Scotty again, and Becky Rowland and the Double Stops.
They're from here. This mother and her two daughters, they really play some
They're good.
real good fiddle. She teaches them harmony, and they're good.
And 7 Mile Creek with Morris, she's been in college this past year, and so she's been really smoking with the college music. But she is so good, and she's been there several times. When she has grown up with her granddaddy plays the mandolin, and the fiddle. No, he doesn't play the fiddle. He plays the banjo.
Yeah.
And then Lisa Lambert's, they're from Mississippi. What about your favorite? The next thing, the dance contest.
Yeah, I like the dance contest.
Now, what type of dancing is that?
Well, they call it buck dancing, of course, and square dancing, and we have it of all ages up to 12-year-old.
And waltzing.
Oh yeah,
They
waltzing
waltz.
my favorite, and we have some pretty good prizes for the dancing. Up to 12-year-old was one prize, 12 to 20 another category, and then on up to about 50, then on over 50, then the waltzes and the square dancers, they really cut up now. Their prize is 300 the first, 2 second, and on like that.
But his buddy from that always dances at Smithville, he was at
Holiday.
at Holiday at the fiddling contest, and he's promised that they're going to come. So that's really going to help us bringing in some really talented dancers.
They always went to Smithville, and there was a conflict there because we were having it on the same time, and now then we feel like they'll get to make it.
Then you got Blake Hopper. He's from Jackson, isn't he?
No, he's from Henderson.
I'm sorry.
Blake has been up in the mountains playing for about 20 years, so all of the mountain shows up there, and he's moved back to Henderson down, and he's works as
tourism or chamber.
Yeah, they're chamber.
Yeah.
They're at Henderson.
Very
He's got
talented.
a real good band. Most of them are from around here, but he's from Henderson.
Now this is the one, Ralph Stanley II. He's the one that you're tickled about, and the Cinch Mountain Boys
Yes, that's right. He'll be there on Saturday
at
night
6:30.
at 6:30 till 7:30, and of course Ralph Stanley, his father was he's a legend to say the least. What was that song that he had out? Oh brother, how art thou?
Oh brother, how art
And,
thou?
Yeah, he was the one that inspired his
That movie.
records. Yeah. When I was with Mr. Monroe, we had a 3-bus tour for a week. It was Jim and Jesse and Bill Monroe and his father, which is Ralph Stanley. And on Friday night, we we made it back pretty close to Nashville and had a program, and his mother brought him out there. He was about 7-year-old, so I haven't saw him since. I'll see him over there. Of course, his father passed away, and he took the band and kept it going. Ralph Stanley II now.
And then after them, it'll be Billy Droz and the Kentucky Blue. And one thing you haven't told is all free.
That's why
It's
I was
all
going to just.
free.
It's all free.
Yes.
So this is like the best deal you could get to listen to this world-renowned music and a show, and it's all free.
It's all free. And Wayne says if you don't like it, he'll give you your money back.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of these acts, it's something that's passed down from generation to generation. What is it about bluegrass music that really is part of family traditions?
Well, it's like you said, generation to generation. We play Sally Gooden and one old tune that when my great granddaddy was in the prison in the Civil War, he wrote some words to it. The girl I left behind me. So it's been in the family since then, and besides the others, and I play the Mockingbird. That's the one that I went to an audition at the Peabody Hotel and won a trip to Miami Beach, Florida. And this goes back to 1855, so most of these tunes have been around before Bill Monroe or me or any of the rest of them, and it's hands on down. They were pretty good numbers, and the fast ones, the square dance, really kept them alive. In the communities, they'd take down the beds in the back room and have a square dance there about every week or two, especially in the fall after the crops are laid by, and the old fast tunes, Sally Gooden and Katie Hill and all that was played, and we still play them. It's pretty good tunes.
Do they still teach square dancing in schools? I know when I was in elementary school, we all had to square dance.
We did it in 4-H.
Okay, and my folks were part of a square dancing club that met, I think monthly, I think in the fall after harvest, usually out in the country at someone's big farm, and they did square dancing.
Yeah.
We've had square dancing around that was really strong back probably 15 years ago. And I don't know of anyone in Savannah. Now, Lexington, Pat Mitchell, they have a square dancing group, and they'll be there. They've been really practicing and they win just about every year, but maybe they're going to have some competition this year, we're hoping, with the Smithville bunch. But it's really exciting. But I wanted to brag a minute. When we first moved up to the courthouse, on the courthouse steps there are my grandchildren, and they're all playing the fiddle, and one of them is playing the mandolin, but they could all play the fiddle. And Wayne, we were out in Texas at a rodeo, and my granddaughter, she says, Mimi, I want to learn how to play
Tennessee Waltz.
Tennessee Waltz. So I called him on the phone, and I left the room, and when I came back in, Morgan could play the Tennessee Waltz just like a breeze. I mean, it's excellent. But I was so proud that we have that video and, those pictures of all my granddaughters being up there with him. And they've all played with him except the baby. The baby hadn't played with him yet.
Not yet,
but she will. I see it coming this summer because she's really getting into the fiddle.
For those of you out there that have been watching Tennessee is Talking from the start, we featured Wayne when his song "Tennessee, Tennessee" was named an official state song here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Are you asked to play that a lot now that it's an official state song?
Quite a bit, sure do.
We were honored a month ago up in Nashville with the DARs, the Daughters of American Revolution, and that's what they wanted. I mean, we played other songs, but Tennessee, Tennessee was why they called us, is why they called.
Well, let's stop talking about all these great performances at the Savannah Bluegrass. Channel 11 has been covering this for many, many years.
Right.
And let's take a clip. We got a clip of a show from the 2008 Savannah Bluegrass Festival right on the river. So let's take a look at that now.
When we were little children, out playing, having fun. When things would go wrong, to Mama I would run. With her understanding way, my trouble she would share. When I needed you, Mom, you were there. You were always there, Mom, always there for me. Always there, Mom, always there for me. When I think of my foolish dreams, and some of them came true, you could have discouraged me, but that just wasn't you. You were my inspiration, you did more than your share. When I needed you, Mom, you were there. You were always there, Mom, always there for me. Always there, Mom, always there for me. Bring up a child the way he should go, he won't depart when they are old. And Mom, your strength and courage keeps burning in my soul. I believe a mother's love affects eternity, for your words of wisdom are always there for me. Now you'll always be there, Mom, always there for me. Yes, you'll always be there, Mom, always there for me. You were always there, Mom, always there for me. You're always there, Mom, and you'll always be.
Well, as you can see, it really is great music, and it's all for free, and it's coming up when again? What are the dates? July
11th and 12th.
11th and 12th, Savannah, on the river, and then they move downtown to the pavilion.
To the market.
Market, okay.
Savannah Market, right across
Savannah
from the
Market.
courthouse.
So if you've not been, this is a best time to come. Totally free.
Totally free.
And it might be a little hot, but that just makes the music all the more better.
Right.
You're right.
Have you ever said, I can't play because it's too hot?
Don't believe I have. Sure don't.
Hey, there's a few times at Christmas when we're playing outside, and they were bringing heaters in because we were freezing. He said, "I think it's time to go home."
Yeah.
And when, you still play every week. You've got shows.
Oh,
Yeah.
we play tonight
Where you play all the time.
all the time.
And Savannah, there's, this is going on, but you also have the big rodeo coming up too.
We do.
And that's the week after.
Yes, at the fairgrounds, and we'll be playing at 6:30. The gates will open at 6, and we're the pre-show, but the rodeo brings in over 1,000 people a night.
Wow.
So we are a big draw to Hardin County. But the city and the county, they support us so much, and we just appreciate it because we couldn't just do it without the help of the city and the county.
And what does the Savannah Bluegrass Festival, the rodeo, what does that mean to the community?
It brings in people from all over the United States, and we've had people from England that were just passing through, and they heard about the Bluegrass Festival, and we got to meet them 2 or 3 years ago down the river. I mean, you have no idea where your influences, just like PBS, where it stops and starts because of the way that people hear and they talk about it. Wherever they're staying, they'll say, "What's going on in your town?" And I know several people that own Airbnbs, and they make a list of everything to do that month in Savannah. And so people really enjoy coming out and especially free entertainment, which is quality entertainment.
And lots of people, while they're there, they want to go ahead and tour a little in the county,
Yeah.
Shiloh and points of interest. So it's,
And Pickwick's a big draw.
yeah.
It's so beautiful up there.
So if you've been to Savannah for Christmas on Main, which is, you've got to go to that. This is the other got to go to event, is the Savannah Bluegrass Festival coming up. Thank you guys so much for joining us today
You're
and
welcome.
sharing with us and for organizing this. I mean, they act like you're getting paid a lot of money. This is a labor of love, isn't it?
That's right.
It usually costs you a lot of money, doesn't it?
Yeah. One old feller down there at the Bluegrass Festival, of course, he didn't make any money. He said, "We don't have much fun, but we sure make a lot of money." He got it right to reverse of what he was trying to say.
Well, thank you for doing all that you do for Hardin County, Savannah, and everyone, and to keep bluegrass music alive and appreciated. It's something that we don't want to ever lose. So,
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're out of time for this edition of Tennessee is Talking, but we do again want to thank Lane and Frida for joining us once again on Tennessee is Talking and telling us more about the Savannah Bluegrass Festival and the big rodeo coming up. And if you want to rewatch this program or share it with a friend, remember it can be streamed anytime on the PBS app, along with all of our local Channel 11 programs. You can also watch it on westtnpbs.org and our YouTube channel. So keep the conversation going by following our station, WLJT, on social media. Until next time, keep on talking, Tennessee.
The program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.